As founder, I am delighted to have this opportunity to thank the volunteers, ambassadors, and enthusiasts who have embraced kiMūni. We have been on a voyage of discovery to discover what we have discovered 18 months ago. The key block technology breakthrough foundation of V2 digital assets. The kiMūni headlines and messages have changed many times as ongoing discoveries have been made. Our current headline messages are: number 1, legal assets. Number 2, hand-to-hand assets. And number 3, asset liberation. Now, other features are already taken for granted, like ultimate asset privacy, ultimate asset security, and ecologically responsible assets. So let us touch on the current highlights. Legal assets. kiMūni are individually copyrighted legal assets. You own the title deed of the legal assets in your vault. Let's click on that. You see, kiMūni assets are visible actual art assets that reside in the fractal domain. Even though that there is a database and an interface, it is but a conduit between you, the vault holder, and the assets that reside in this fractal zone. They are there, you can see them there, their ID comes from there, and they are secured by that fractal zone. Now, the fact that an image is taken of each asset using the kiMūni fractal camera, that image is combined with the icon and the name and the ID of each asset to create a unique, artful image. And that artful image is persisted to disk. It is a JPEG image. Each one has its own unique JPEG image. And copyright law that is identified by the Berne Convention essentially applies copyright the moment that these images are saved to disk, the moment that the image is persisted to a medium. And copyright leaps into action. And here you see the extensive coverage of copyright around the world. These are the signatory countries. What it means is that a copyrighted asset is also a legal asset by the definition according to international commercial law. Something that has copyright is a legal asset. And therefore we have the status of a legal asset for every single unique key asset. It's not a single copyright that applies to kiMūni as a whole or this website. No, it is every single one of them that has its own unique copyright that applies to it. And that copyright is held by virtue of the terms and conditions that assign that copyright to the current owner. That is the person who has the current key, the current combination to that key asset is the owner. And when it is transferred to a new owner, that title deed is transferred along with that, and that new owner then is the owner of the copyright. This is a very important development in our understanding of the nature of the kiMūni asset family. It also means that it is quite difficult to challenge the legal standing of this asset class, as copyright is a core component of the international legal system. It underpins all manner of intellectual property and company names and all sorts of things. It means that it is very difficult to challenge or to undermine the legal asset status of kiMūni. Okay. Next is the hand-to-hand difference. kiMūni are passed from one hand to another, the historically honoured way of conducting business. When you click on that, you come to the kiMūni difference simulator. It compares the transfer of a key gold troy ounce from one vault to another, and back and so forth, compared to the transfer of an amount of Bitcoin from one wallet to another, and back, and the fees that go to a Bitcoin miner. The simulator has a start button. You hit that and you will see the simulator run. And you see that the key gold troy ounce simply moves its location between vaults. That is how asset transfer occurs in the kiMūni domain. Comparing that to the Bitcoin wallet, you have transactions. A negative transaction in the wallet that it has come from, and a corresponding positive transaction in the wallet that it's going to. But each one of those also has another transaction going off to the Bitcoin miner. And you'll notice that the original amount that you started with, because of that transaction fee, is becoming ever less. This is one of the best ways of comparing what happens in the kiMūni world when compared to every other blockchain-based crypto, and for that matter, bank account as well.
And the third big one is asset liberation. Break out of asset silos. Free swap between all asset classes. Frictionless arbitrage between all kiMūni asset classes. Click on that and you get a page that explains this in further detail. This is a really important insight to the incredible difference between kiMūni and every other asset class. Bitcoin is a single value. It is a silo. It is a value silo. Ethereum is a single value. A dollar is a single value in a bank account, or a gold coin is a single value. And these are all normally existing in different places, and that it is very difficult to shift your asset from one of those asset silos to another. There's usually fees, there are third parties, there are broker commissions, there are buy-sell price differences. When your asset reaches, when you get an asset in the kiMūni world, that is no longer the case in the range of assets that is available. And one of the most important things to realize is that you can swap one asset class or any collection of assets to any other at their current value. That means that there is never a situation you are stuck with. When you come to purchase your first kiMūni, have a look at the range. You might like silver, gold, Bitcoin, diamond, whatever you may wish to first purchase. You're not stuck with that purchase. You can swap that at the current value for any other of the assets. And that is a real asset liberation, because that swap does not have any fees or minting charge or anything like that. There is no buy-sell price difference. There are no brokers. There are no third parties in that. The value of your vault before and after the swap are the same, or very, very close to the same, because the change that is given in the swap process is made as small and as close as possible, usually within a cent or a dollar. So that is also the accounting foundation for the swap, is that the value of your vault before and after a swap is the same as, indeed, is the value of the entire platform before and after the swap are the same. Now, if you are adventurous, you may wish to play the markets and leverage the arbitrage between different asset values at different times within the kiMūni family of assets. Now, we do not suggest that this is a primary use of this. However, it has been used as such by people who are skilled in this area. This is not something that the platform will take any responsibility for. But if you are good at calling the top and the bottom of Bitcoin, for example, you are able to shift that to kiGold or kiSilver or any other more stable, less volatile asset at the appropriate juncture. And you're able to do so, again, no fees, no buy-sell variations, no broker fees, no audit trails, and no delays. This is a very exciting aspect of the kiMūni platform, that the simple swap facility that allows you to do swaps between any of the asset class at the current value, it just delivers so much functionality, and it's available at any time, built right into your vault. All right, here are our beautiful features, and they are very substantial features. We do ask you all to read it all in the About section. We are planning an international load-balanced server farm across 12 jurisdictions with Visa-like global transfer performance. Our existing server and client-side technologies are already sufficiently robust and scalable. Only the cloud infrastructure is needed. We are also planning a new HQ with admin, marketing, IT, and R&D facilities. Many volunteers and ambassadors here will receive offers to join this team. Now, we are very grateful for all of the volunteers and enthusiasts and ambassadors who have put kiMūni to the test, who've put fire under the feet and have really made sure that this is robust and it has stood the test of a great team who have built their own confidence over time and have dedicated a great personal resources to do so. We are very, very grateful to you all, and I'm pleased to bring you this message today. As you all know, that there is a 1000 kiMūni gift that will be processed on the 31st of August 2019. Only a few days away now. And here is an example of what that will look like in your vault. And here you see it's a special edition, and the minting price is a gift only, cannot be minted. But it is a 1000 kiMūni asset, and as each kiMūni equals 1 gram of silver, it means that this gift is the equivalent of a 1 kilo ki silver. This is our celebration gift, celebrating our first anniversary, and we very much look forward to your continued support and looking to bring this new platform, this new asset class, this new paradigm to the world. Thank you very much.